Are you righteous before God? And how can we tell if we're righteous before God? When we're prosperous, as Job was prosperous, think of in the book of Job in the Bible, he was prosperous. He had lots of children. He was wealthy. He was successful. He had lots of friends. And it would appear that Job was pleasing to God, and that's the reason that he was prosperous. He was righteous, and therefore he was prosperous. And all of his friends believed that he was prosperous because he was righteous before God. But there came a point where God brought him down. And was he less righteous? God said no. God said he was a righteous man. He did not sin before. When he was prosperous, he wasn't sin. He didn't sin. When he was brought down, he didn't sin. And yet, Job was on top and Job was on the bottom. And it wasn't because of his sin. It's so easy when everything's going well, we're hearing God, we're happy, we're prosperous. It's so easy to believe that we are righteous and that all of this prosperity is a sign of our righteousness, and God is blessing us because we are righteous. And it is a mistake to believe that, because there will come a time where you need to be brought down. God brings blessings and curses on the righteous and the unrighteous, on the saved and the unsaved, on the good and the bad. If you're doing well and you believe the lie that you're doing well because you must be doing something right, that you're righteous, then when you come down, you're going to also believe the lie that you're no longer righteous, that you've done something wrong, that you're no longer right before God. And both places are wrong. You are not prosperous because you are righteous. You are not down in the gutter because you are not righteous, because you've done something wrong. And if you believe it when you're prosperous, you have to believe it when you're not, and it will bring you down. And there is a word in the Bible that tells us what makes us righteous. Abraham was righteous because he believed God. Now, Abraham lied. He lied several times, but in the end, he learned to believe God. He learned that he could have trusted God instead of lying in those situations. And we're all going to have times where we're prosperous, and we're all going to have times where we fall. But we have to remember that our righteousness is based on one thing. We believe God. That is what makes us righteous. And the outward signs are not the indication of our righteousness. Pray to God about these things, and don't get caught believing the lie that you are prosperous or because you're righteous, or that you are not righteous because you are no longer prosperous.